add more allure to your outfits without being overtly sexy? And this is an interesting question because everybody's version of a sexy is different. And so, you know, like one person's, you know, I'm exposing a whole lot is somebody else's, I'm not showing anything. And so this is a very difficult question because it comes down to what you like personally. But some of the things you can think about is definitely having that hourglass or female sort of shape. So emphasizing that shape. So not wearing large, oversized or baggy clothes. That would be the first thing. And the second thing would be to think about is showing a little bit of skin. So it can be things like a little bit of décolletage, a little bit of back, you know, a little bit more leg, things like that. Whatever is the part of your body you are happy to show off, because, you know, we don't all necessarily want to show everything off. And then the next thing would be seeing a little bit of skin whilst covered. So when we think about fabrics that do this, it could be things like slightly mesh based, so more sheer fabrics. So something that's you know, kind of like a little bit more sheer. So it could be things like a fine chiffon where we can see kind of through it. It could be a mesh, it could be lace, something like that, where we get to see that kind of hint of skin without it being uncovered. And then, of course, the other thing is softer fabrics rather than stiff or hard fabrics. And then thinking about touchable fabrics. So this is where velvet and velour and those kind of really buttery soft leathers and fur, those sorts of things have an allure to them because they have a real, people want to reach out and touch them. And of course that makes you more alluring. So, you know, you don't necessarily need to be form-fitting, plunging necklines, all those sorts of things if that is not for you. But it's that kind of little hints of sexy, I guess. And of course, how you want to do it is up to you. But it is, you know, whether it's showing a little bit of skin or just the idea of it. And I think that's partly where that allure comes in. And it can be even things like the color red is seen as very sexy. They did some research into internet dating profiles and they found that men clicked way more on women who were wearing red than any other color. It is the color of passion. It does grab attention. So, you know, it's not the black that's sexy. It's actually the red that's sexy. So that is also something you could think about as well. And like pinks can also be seen in that way as well, though a softer version of red. So yeah, you know, even things like, you know, wearing a kind of little fascinator hat with a bit of a veil over it. It's that little bit of mystique that often can make you appear more sexy and interesting. I'll always remember one year I went to a fancy dress party and I had on a, you know, kind of, I think I was trying to be kind of Moroccan sort of thing. I can't even quite remember, wearing a caftan, and I wore like a face covering. And I can tell you, I never had so many guys trying to chat me up because they wanted to see behind the mask. So it was quite an interesting thing. It was like less can be more. So yeah, so the female shape, showing off that it doesn't have to be skin tight. You can still be fitted and shaped without it being skin tight. And then thinking about the different fabrics and whether they're touchable, like I want to reach out and touch them, or they're just soft and flowing and things like that as well. So thank you for your questions. Please keep sending them to me, Imogen at insideoutstyleblog.com. And do let me know what it is that you would like for me to answer in my next video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.